Movie I went and checked out a little bit of it. It's called Thunder in Carolina about NASCAR back in 1960. And guys, if we are not correcting our bad brain activity, if we are replicating our bad brain activity, but we're doing it into more extreme, excessive conditions, okay, that's bad. That's not good. Remember Archie with Ray Clark? Oh, that's good. No, that's bad. No, that's bad. Oh, that's good. No, it's bad. Okay. So if we're not watching these movies with empathy and saying, God, this is such a clusterfuck of insanity, like when you watch the old movies and you see them, and they're being racist, like on, remember Love Field? Mom really liked that movie with Michelle Pfeiffer and Dennis Haysbert. Michelle Pfeiffer's, oh, well, poor Jackie, she's going to need me. He just got shot. And her husband's like, oh, big crazy bitch, and just let her go. And she gets on the bus and she's totally lost and she's going to get herself into trouble because she's so naive and she's been taken care of because she's hot and had money. She's a rich relation home accountant who marries into what she needs to guarantee a company and haven for the elderly. But she saw through the bullshit and liked Jack and Jackie better than what she was married into. So she had to go be there for Jackie. Because Jackie, the people that are, the people that followed around the people from Harry Potter, right? That's their family. It's like, oh shit, we are fucked up. Yes, we are. And it's just as fucked up for Rupert Grant and the other kids in their father. Don't you have a life? No, I follow you into it. This is your life. Yeah, you're my family now. Okay. They're camping now, but they knew I was going to be here, and there they are. And you have to be family with them, and it's hard. You're walking a very precarious, this could go from a friendly time at Baskin Robbins to Kathy Bates on Misery, right? It's like, and that's what Daniel Radcliffe said about Rupert Grint, because he goes off and they could have a, top thumping, or it could end up being, what happened to Rupert? Well, they found his body parts, and it's like, you see what I'm saying? So it gets very creepy. And you get that when you connect to celebrities all the time. I have 457 restraining orders, and it's like, God dang, Like what happened with Kendall, with the guy that she had a restraining on him, and she felt sorry for him. She's like, but he seems like a nice guy. Just seems like life's really hard on him. Yeah, but you can't walk that line, because if he thinks, what do you think your chances are? 1 in a million. So you're saying there's a chance, right? And so remember that one movie they had where the one little French guy meets that gorgeous black opera star, and then he ends up actually having sex with her, and he doesn't even see it coming because he's interested. So he has to go make himself available. He has to just go meet her. With me, it was just touch DJ on the shoulder. Mom, I touched you. It scared the crap out of him. Yeah, mean to him. Like, sorry, DJ, I'm 13. You're my favorite basketball player in the whole world. Love you. Damn, sucks that Gus is holding out, doesn't it? I didn't get to talk to him, but he was thinking it. I was thinking it. We're all thinking it. Right? Sucks the goddamn owner won't pay him, and they'll pay Paul Westphal that much money, and he hasn't even won an NBA championship, but you guys have almost won 2, and shit, and should have won 3 if he wasn't such a greedy, mean bastard. But that was then. This is now. We were stupid then. Back in the day, we were fucked in the head. We're not fucked in the head anymore. But now we're fucked in the head worse than we were. Well, because, guys, we have the Messiah on social media. And everybody, you're just being used for genocide operations. Obviously, right? But I'm right, and they're wrong. And I'm good, and they're bad. And you and your father, the devil, will go commit suicide and use science to keep me anonymous and say, nobody wants to trend you. Nobody wants to live the Lord's Prayer. They think they do it in the Spirit in the Sky with Norman Greenbaum and Jesus, the comic book character from the Vatican. I get it. I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday, right? And so, but everything that we do that's wrong, okay? This technology does not work as good as, Suzuki. I don't think this technology works as good as you think it does. I understand that, but eventually it should. We're feeling good. We could, we should, we would stop. Well, because I'm right and they're wrong. I'm good and they're bad. We'll do what's necessary because they're a murderer with their money, right? Everybody, get your It's like talking with marbles in your mouth. That's my Scottish accent. Okay. I'm cleaning this fucker up here. And this is better than Brigadoon because there's no rocks with money on it. There's no money. Money's ridiculous. It's how the devil invented money to get stupid to try to be successful at being evil, and that's insane there. Jesus says so in the Bible. Forgive debt and trespass, love, eternal, faithful peace there. Or is there a pot of gold at the end of me fucking rainbow? That's Irish. Oh, sorry. He's my cousin. He's drunk. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's oh, come on now, Murphy. You crazy sea warrior. I'm just kidding around. Guys, I'm having fun here. Jean, Jean, roses are red. Anybody else love that song? I simply adore that song. I like Oliver, man. I love Good Morning Starshine, and I like, which reminds me, Bobby Smith from the Spinners is the guy who sings, Since I Met You, I've become to feel so strange. Every time I speak your name. That's funny. You say that you are so helpless too, that you don't know what to do. Everybody else love that song. I love that song. Could it be I'm falling? I walk around, but that's Philip Wynne finishing it, but Bobby sings most of the lead vocals on that one. Yeah, could it be I'm falling in love? And what was another? Who sings most? Do they split on Can't Get No Rest? Don't know how I work all day. Because I love that song too. Anybody else like that? When will I learn? Memories get in the way. He does. He does do a lot of the lead vocals on that one too. Bobby Smith. I like Bobby Smith. Why didn't Bobby Smith still keep singing a lot of songs when Philip Wynne left and the other brother was singing, Cupid and Working My Way Back to You? Because Bobby Smith could sing. Anybody else particularly like Bobby Smith? I like Bobby Smith as much as I like Ron Banks and the lead singer. I don't know who. We will find out who the lead singer from the Intruders is. I got Wikipedia and I will find out. So then I can connect and okay, I want to know your name. Okay. Cowboys, the Girls. I like him too. I like his voice too. Okay. I always knew the name Ronald Isley. He's one of my favorites too. And now I like Chris Jasper. Chris Jasper's a good lead vocalist. He's good. Super bad. Everybody take a stand. Join the caravan of love. But you got to admit, everybody really, I think even Chris will admit, Ron has a very nice voice, very good voice. Okay, Ronald Isley's voice, groove with you. This old heart of mine been broke 1,000 times. Each time I love you. Darling, I'm weak for you. Darling, I'm mad about you. Everybody loves the Isley Brothers, right? No? Okay. I don't think the Isleys are an acquired taste. No, I think Groove with You and For the Love of You. And no, I don't think that's pretty much acquired. I think Ronald has a really good instrument. I think he's a good singer. It might be acquired because I don't think my dad, I don't know if my mom likes the Isley Brothers or not. LTD and Jeffrey Osborne? No, damn, that man's voice is good. I think even my dad, if he may not like the song, he would admit, man has a nice voice. Loving you gave me something new that I never felt, never dreamed of. Something's changed when it's not the feeling I felt before. No, it's much, much more. Everybody loves Jeffrey Osborne, right? I love Jeffrey Osborne. No, Jan was so right. She goes, now LTD sings it better. So LTD, Jeffrey Osborne sang this first? Okay. You're probably right. He probably does sing it better than George Benson. She was. It's slower. First time I ever heard it was do 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 the scat singing it. I have never been so much in love before. He does it in about like 3/4 time. It's good. It's just Jeffrey does have a better voice. And I think even George can admit that. No, Jeffrey's got a better voice than me. But I like the song, so I redid it. But I just up-tempoed it so I could, work it. Yeah. Hey, girl, this can't be true. Yeah. Is it Donny Osmond sing that one? How am I supposed to exist without you? And hey, girl, now sit yourself down. I'm not ashamed to get down on the ground and beg you to stay. Everybody like that song too? Don't go away, don't you go away. Hey, girl. Because I was sitting there listening last night and listening to Steve Lawrence, I think does it the best. Go away, little girl. But Donny Osmond also does a good job with that, too. I know your lips are sweet, but they're not supposed to meet. I'm just supposed to be true. It's making it hard to go away, little. And Nancy Wilson's Go Away, Little Boy, also good. Nancy's always good. Nancy's never not good. Nancy's good. No, Nancy doesn't have that song like the Cat Ballou song. It might be out there. I don't want to hear it. Nida mia, no quiero saber. I really don't want to know. If Nancy has a song where it's like, why'd she record that when she had to pay the bills? Say it isn't so, Nancy. Say it isn't so. I have yet to have heard it. I have heard some that I don't like as well as my go-tos. I don't need your photograph to keep by my bed. Your picture is always in my head. I don't need your portrait, dear, to call you to mind. For sleeping or waking, dear, I find, the very thought of you. And I forget to do the little ordinary things. God, no, I don't sit around and think, gosh, guys, if I had been treated with dignity and respect and they all stood up for the Lord's Prayer in 2013, how would I look, feel, and sound today? I'd be healthier, so I'd even be able to sing better. Seriously, I'd be able to dance better, run faster, jump higher. In 2017, when I challenged them, after I finished digging that ditch, I broad jumped out. It's like, eat your heart out, Luke Kuechly. I've been abused and poisoned with the poor people at the soup kitchen, and I would exercise and tried to clean myself out naturally, but the military wasn't having it. Chicken shits. Chicken shits. Throwing fits and chicken shits. That's all you is, you bunch of bitch. You dumb bitch. You bitchy, bitchy, bitch. Bitches ain't shit and they ain't saying nothing. A billion motherfuckers couldn't show me nothing. You bees in the trap. Bees in the trap. I'm not in the trap. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. The soul that provides life to this noggin, you can abuse my body. You can torture my family. You can have everybody trapped in the Black Panther Party of the Patty Hearst temple of Set. It matters to me, but life's eternal, grace is infinite. So I'll be loving you eternally, and I'll be eternally gorgeous no matter what you do to my physical body. You crying over this, Clay? I don't cry over it. I just sit there and go, fuckers are so pathetic. It is so uncomfortable. And then I gotta remember to do that. I gotta go out there in case it was vector control that came through I'd rather, like Suzuki says, always err on the side of caution. Don't just, so I'm going to get the hose out and at least clean off all the screens. Because it was vector control, so it wasn't, it's just a thing that would just kind of flow this way. So I just clean off the screens in the front and the top, and just screen off all our friends' screens on this side of the property and stuff. The spray isn't quite as intensive, it's just over where there's standing water, which is right along there. That's where they spray. Okay. So it's something, but it would get in my screens. I'm right, there I am, right there, front and center. Boy, president. I sure wouldn't want to be the pilot. There's been, since I was born, in the land where I was born, there was Nixon and Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter. Then you see after that, it was Ronnie Reagan, and Death Valley days, Ronald Reagan, John Wayne. Then after John Wayne, it was George Herbert Walker Bush, followed by 2 years of Clinton. After Clinton, it was George Walker Bush for 2 terms of George Walker Bush. After George Walker Bush, it was 2 terms of Barack Obama, 2 terms of Barack Obama, 2 terms of Barack Obama. Then after Barack Obama, it was Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. Everybody said, oh hell, how do we want to die? So they chose Trump instead. The rest of us will go live with Norman Greenman and Jesus in the sky. After that, we got Hagar the horrible. No, we got Joe Biden, and then we got another dose of Donald Trump, And those are all the pilots and Tiberiuses during my lifetime. Oh, well, there was a Herod, and then there was another great Herod's ghost. And Herod was king and tried to hunt him down and kill him. So that whole thing, you are the Christ. They should have picked somebody that was older. Well, because Jesus was 33. Oh, unless was that his kid? That was his rotten kid? Maybe it was. Maybe Herod, that tried to hunt down Jesus as a baby, had died by the time Jesus was 33. So he walked across my swimming pool, right? Maybe, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Not like I really care. Do you? No, not really. An asshole's an asshole, and if they beget assholes, like I used to tell Shea Smith, strong men beget strong men, and assholes beget assholes. How do you want your kids to be when you get old there now, son? Here to who, right? So strong men beget strong men. That speaks well for my mom and my dad, because here I am, and it's Saturday, and Mama ain't all running off my traveling man, right? They killed Mom with the candor industry to try to cause hate between me and my biological father. I guess, David Rockefeller wanted me to feel the same way about my father that he does about his, because his family makes my family go, hey, Constantine's comic books, debate. And it's like, you cannot debate truth. That's a scientific fact, not fiction. If 2 and 2 is 4, you don't debate it. No, like the one guy at the library, but 20 pounds isn't 20 pounds on the moon. It's still 20 pounds. You don't understand the gravity of the situation. Eminem, could you explain it to him? Oops, there goes gravity. There you go. Okay, the gravity on the moon and the gravity on Earth. Very different. Very different. It's very different. It's very different. It's different. It's so crazy how different it is. You can't own the first house on the moon. It's crazy. Something will hit it. Pow, you're dead. And you got those. It doesn't matter how much progressive you have, how much Geico you have, or how many Geicos you have living in your house on the moon. No, you can't live there. It's crazy. You put a landing pad on there, I think that's also crazy. It's got no atmosphere. If something comes along, it can be small. You hit it, and you're dead as a doornail. You pendejo. You stupid. All this stuff they're thinking is for pendejo. It's crazy. I mean, if you sit and think about it, it's like maybe I am talking to Bill deGrasse Tyson. Maybe he's not as crazy as they think he might be. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, why are they doing this? I don't know. Maybe it's like, I think it's just keep people distracted while they kill all the people they think they deserve to be killing because they can't cut through the caca. Take me to your leader. Okay, lead yourself to peace. I've got a real objective here. I'm effective here because I select a clear method for all suckers that fall and crawl into the pit of purgatory. I go for glory. I'm taking inventory. That's what they're doing. Damn it, Keith. Don't give them that. Don't. You're screwing up the lyrics, dog. I'm just kidding. I love Keith Elam. But he's a good guy. He is. He was doing the best he could. Back then, guys, I'm the Messiah. I'm the guy like Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John. Back then, all I was concerned about was that law was not screwing around with me, and I wanted her to come out and just have sex exclusive with me, and then have 3 kids, and then retire in Flagstaff. Or she'd probably make me try to retire in wherever her dad wanted to retire. I don't think he'd want. Flagstaff's a good place. They're real good to black folks. Yeah, I've had lots of black folks tell me that, but Flagstaff, no, they're good to us up here, man. Yeah. Well, he said that too. He goes, I wanted to go to Holloman. He goes, I would not want my daughter to have to live in Holloman Air Force Base. Right, that place is horrible. He knew. Guys, the water and the way they treat the people. He said, no. I would not want my daughter to live there. And there's nothing culturally for black folks. Just their cruises right down the road. If you think that's cultural for black folks. But I don't want to be in several. I don't want to go to a blues joint. No, nigga, you can't go here, but white people don't want to go there. It's not their night. Yeah. No, it was cheap. It was what he was comfortable with. Me, I ain't comfortable with segregation. No, I was raised in the West. Because it's like I was sitting. I remember at the NCO club at Pope. Damn, it's real good jazz. Where are all the white people at? It's not their night to be here. Country nights on Thursday. Okay, Charlie Pride. That's all I got to say. Two words, Charlie Pride. Okay, I know he's the only black country singer at that time. Dobie Gray, that was considered country. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. That charted on the country chart. I'm sure it did. Country folks like that song. And when my mind is free, a melody can move me. And when I'm feeling blue, the guitar's coming through to soothe me. Thanks for the joy that you're giving me. I want you to know I believe in your song. Rhythm and rhyme and harmony. It's good. Country folk like that. That's good. But the country folks also like Charlie Pride. Of course, he didn't get to sing Green, Green Grass at Home because they didn't want him to sing Hair of Gold and Lips Like Cherries. Huh? Why? Well, if that was your daughter, wouldn't you choose Othello too? What's wrong with these people? How long has this been going on? Close your eyes. Who's the most faithful, kind, loving person in the world? Jimmy Walker? Cool. Bum 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 ba da 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 ba da. JJ. Janet got a crush on JJ. It's not Jenny, it's Penny. Penny. She was Penny before Penny was Penny. She was Penny before Penny was Penny. Yeah. But she was little Penny. She was cute Penny. She's so cute. She's Penny. She's cute. All right. Then she came Charlene Dupre. I was like, who's his girlfriend? That's Penny. But they didn't tie her hair back. They let her do her own hair. And she got makeup on. And she sprouted boobs. And oh my God, I don't have a crush on Walona and Thelma anymore. I got a crush on Penny. But Penny's Charlene Dupre now, right? That's so funny. Last night I was in the bar. And every time I hear It's Up to You by John Denver, I think about Janet Jackson. Why do I think about Janet? Maybe she wants to get a farm in the future. Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe we'll be friends and have adjacent farms. How was your strawberries this year? Ours got froze. We've got extra. We heard the report. You guys were out busy doing something. We covered ours, but we didn't have time to cover yours. Okay. You make the shortcake, I'll bring the strawberries. Gotcha. You got a cow, so you're going to have to provide the cream. Okay. You can do whatever you want to do wherever. I'm just being silly. But I think that was kind of a fantasy kind of thing that Michael kind of thought of. You know, he kind of wanted that life. You know, like I told Mike and Gabe, you know. You do know that all the guys on NWA would have given their left hindquarters to be Buddy Pritchard hanging out with you knuckleheads out here doing doom bugging and, you know, and quad running. But guys, every time you start up a archaic Carolina Thunder in Carolina thing, you're causing heart disease. You're contributing to heart disease, birth defects. Every time you rev up that NASCAR. Every time you start up that motorbike. Okay. This is Paul Harvey. They said the main cause of heart disease is tire particles. This was research at Stanford University. I remember like 2 years before that when I was working at Latch, or a year before that, I was saying, I'm going to leave. I think it's the pollution that's making me sick. I didn't have allergies like this when I was a kid. So I think it's the plants reacting to the poisons from the industry and not the plants themselves. Oh, Ralph, you're just crazy. Then a year later, Paul Harvey has a scientist from Stanford say everything I evaluated by just going, observe, analyze, process. You fall asleep in your garage, you're dead. You could smoke a pack of cigarettes, fall asleep in a bar, and you won't die that day. You'll die later, have, you know, from secondhand smoke from 20 years of paying extortion. But the car, instant death, 30 minutes. I wish you had more time. No, you don't. You're a liar. You're not a creasy bear. You're a meanie. You're not even a bear. You're a human being. That was a trained killing assassin professional. And now you're supposed to take care of my daughter? Well, I paid you money to keep her safe from people that will kidnap your daughter in Mexico because you're really ridiculously wealthy and not live in the Lord's Prayer. I understand Psalms and Proverbs don't exist here. Mexico, so far from God, so close to the United States. You're just like them, that's why. So Canada, United States, Mexico, there's no difference. You all kill each other over money and get everybody to participate by an election. Well, I like to live the Lord's Prayer. You don't exist, Parsons. Shut up. We ran you over in the parking lot of Best Buy. Oh, Lord, stuck in the Lodi again. That wouldn't have been that bad if you guys would have sent me there as a teenager with the Whalens and be like, okay, I don't care what Mike says. Amy, we're going out. What if I get chubby like my grandma? All the better to play bongo drums on your booty with, my love. Good night, my love. Sweet time, my love. I'm 245. And I haven't been exercising enough to make it go down or up. I don't worry about that as much as I do about moving and circulating, getting out the toxins, keeping out the toxins, and then just revitalizing the muscle tissue that has gone acidic because of depression. And I was doing real good until Christmas, and then I started thinking about Emily, and I just got so damn depressed I couldn't even do any exercise because I was just so depressed because I just missed my Emmy so much. So, well, don't think about her. Okay, think about myself getting in shape so I can have sex with a narcissistic bitch who doesn't care about Emily, or think about Emily and hope Emily is there the day that I get out of this hellhole and is breathing fresh air with me, if it's Eureka or the healer or both. Transhumans people. I'm just kidding. But I like California. I don't know. Patrick always yells at me, Dad, choose Eureka. And then later, if you get tired of Eureka, you can always go to the Gila. Well, yeah, you could always have people bring you in Hatch Valley chili if they're passing through, they need to. That's true. But you can't bring the ocean and the redwoods to New Mexico. Shut up, Pat. You think you're so smart, Mr. Clacklet Clip, Mr. Kringle Bell. The ocean will really help, Dad. And you've been abused all the Hades and back, and you need all the help you can get with your recovery if you're not going to be Mr. Captain Super Stem Cell Research and look what science can do after science tries to kill you with abuse, and they got everybody to agree to it because they agreed to it writing down on a piece of paper. Oh, gravity! Photosynthesis, my life. You are the photosynthesis of my life. Yes, I probably do need the redwood forest and some ocean breeze. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Jan Jackson, do you have like a farm thing up near Eureka, California? I'm just kidding around. I'm just having fun. I'm just being facetious. You know me, I'm funny. Well, she does have as much money as Davy Crockett. But last I saw, she had like a place near Las Vegas, Nevada. I ain't going to Las Vegas, Nevada, no. I'll help with the Holy Mead fiasco thing and stuff like that, And Utah, yeah. And stuff like that. I'll help with all that stuff. You know me, I'm always ready to help, lend a hand. What are you doing? No, do that. Did you? Like Buddy Holly with, was it Elvis or whatever? No, tell him he should do this and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you know how that is. And I'm real good at that. No, just do that. Like I should have, but I didn't want to do, they kept, But, I should have gone in with Joe Garza and showed him those moves and different things that he could do to maneuver people to be even more effective. Well, he could have used it, got better use of his playing time, and passed it on to other kids. Other kids will start replicating it. You got to be good enough to do it, and they're going to go for it. Because it's just be able to do different moves that you can do if you only can do so much and you only got so much speed and so much quickness and stuff. And you have more options. Oh, most of my coaches, that guy, you only do this, that, or that. So you only got 3 options. Well, I'm going to try to give him about 5 more options in his tool bag that he can do, and he can do these moves. And then it'll get people off balance, and then he can get a shot off uncontested or draw extra defenders to cause, don't create, cause opportunity. You're not creating. You're causing people to move in the room to stop you from putting your peaches in the basket, and then you say, here, Jalen, dunk it. Okay, thanks. That was cool. I like his dunk shots better than my jump shots anyway. Thanks. Yeah, he's a real good dunker. Isn't it fun? Watch. Here, come try to stop my jump shot again. Jalen. Okay, Mr. Penny. Pow. He'd be dropping pennies on y'all. Not Callie and Janet. Okay, but okay, Interplanet Janet. She's a galaxy girl. That was funny. Boy, yeah, no, that was interesting. Yeah, I got her real big after I talked to Natty in the barn last night, and I got Janet when they played that song. And I'm like, NASA, you suck. You really suck. You fuck with people's heads, and they don't deserve it, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Understand, you can't lie to God, so why would I? Ordinarily, people lie to God. What makes them think you can't lie to God? God's omniscient, omnipotent, Lauren. Rohan, Tackle her, tickle her, make love with her, and then tell her, hey, you need to understand Earl's the Messiah, and he knows what he's talking about. And if we say that Haile Selassie's jaw, we're as dumb as the people that brought oceanfront property from George Strait back in the 80s. Yeah. That's just stupid. We don't want to do that, right? Yeah. Hallelujah, brother. Okay, Earl, you're funny. I hope that helped. Well, Natty was a good kid. I kicked her to last night at the bar, and it helps. Because Dad said that we got to find ways to help, people. Yeah, I know. It's hard. You're hard on. I'm hard on them. They show me that ass. I want to kick it. Yeah, but once you kick it, you got to love. Yeah, that's true. Grab it with a chamois, put it on a boat, and rub it down and say, this is don't fart in it, and I'm going to kiss your ass because it's fun, that kind of stuff. And like none of you ever have. Oh, come on. How many of you have given your wife a bath and then rub her down? I don't use oils. Well, yeah, you see, Amy liked his baby oil. Yeah, so I did. And then you don't tell me you didn't kiss her butt at least 37 times. What the hell's wrong with you? Why didn't you? Hey, Rodney Slater, I go around her ankle like a chicken hawk on Foghorn Leghorn 537 times and just be happy. And that was enough. Was that good enough for you? Okay. Well, when you get yours, I'll get mine and I'll be as happy as I clam. Me too. I agree. Donna, you sure you don't have a sister or a cousin that's into skinny Mexican guys? Well, now it's a fat old white guy. Okay. I won't be fat for long. In about 2 years, I'll get down back to close to the 200 and 190 range and maintain that until the day I pass away, 104, maybe more. Eureka! Here we go. That used to be a vacuum cleaner. They still are. Well, what I have now is Bissell. Yeah, I like my little Bissell vacuum. It's nice. It's lightweight and it has a lot of suction and it works really good. Share, caregiving, course need, built to last. That's all I got to say to you. You can put your name on it, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is share, character, and accordance need built to last. You really think that the technology with quantum computing, with the capacity to understand mathematics on a quantum level, is going to continue to be as dumb as your fuck for the buck? Well, that's a special kind of stupid, isn't it? Okay. Well, I still love you. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. I don't bank. Why? Because banks aren't real. But my life is. How about yours? Okay, I love you. Peace and out.